Welcome to the In My Thoughts and Feelings podcast. In my thoughts, in my feelings, and in my truth, where the heart and mind finally meet. I am your host, Annelies Ndlovu. Thank you for joining me once again. If you are here for the very first time, won't you please smash that subscribe button and join the space? If you are here for the second time or more, welcome back to the Truth podcast, where the heart and mind finally meet and we reconcile what is in your thoughts and in your feelings. Also, click the notification bell so you know as and when a new video is uploaded. Now, today, I want to introduce to you guys our guest. So, today, we're sitting down with a woman whose journey is layered, courageous, and deeply inspiring. Neo Mabuya is the CEO of Women in Confidence SA, a movement that is dedicated to building stronger, more self-assured women. She is a mother, she is a leader, a creator, and a woman whose life continues to evolve in ways that speak to resilience and purpose. From the makeup chair to television screens, from community work to executive leadership, Newa's story carries chapters that many of you may know and those that she's never fully spoken about until now. Today we get to meet the woman behind the work, the mother behind the strength, and the heart behind the movement. Please help me welcome Newo. How are you today?
I'm fine. Are you?
I'm good, darling. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for being in My Thoughts and Feelings podcast. So a lot of people know you from social media. A lot of people know you from the work that you do. But who is Newo behind the brand Women in Confidence? Tell me about Newo, the woman that is actually behind all this great work.
First thing, I would like to say thank you for such a good invitation to come to this wonderful, beautiful your channel.
Mm-hmm.
So Newo is a woman who's coming from Soweto. From Soweto, moved to a township called Alexandra,
mm-hmm.
not far from Sandton.
Mm-hmm.
And Newo is a single mom.
Mm-hmm.
Single mom.
Mm.
And behind that woman, she's dramatic, she's fragile at the same time. But unfortunately, due to the industry, she had to have that kind of a bold character
mm-hmm.
because she has been taken for a ride for too long.
Mm.
Besides that, she's a spiritual woman,
mm-hmm.
of which is a chapter that I'm not open about it.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe today we'll tackle it in it, It's a very sacred story of mine. I don't usually expose people. They know but
yes,
I hardly talk about anything about how it built me and how it has destroyed me. Yeah, so I had to talk about it. So, but then she's a spiritual woman, despite of everything.
Yeah.
I'm a spiritual woman.
Okay, so how was it like growing up in the township, being a young Newo? Did you ever see that you would be this woman that you are today?
I've seen myself bigger than what I am.
Okay.
Unfortunately, life happened. I've seen myself as an actor.
Okay.
From Sasamngani. I've always wanted to be an actor. Unfortunately, due to the challenges that we have, and I realized that sometimes being fat, it blocks so many doors and it closed so many doors. You go to auditions and you could see that you are so talented, but it's just that you don't have the connections, and worse part, you're fat. Have you ever seen a fat woman leading a role in South Africa? It's only in America. But South Africa, there's no any fat girl who's leading a role.
A role.
Never. There's no any fat girl who's being permanent in a cast.
Yeah.
But one thing I've always appreciated is my late friend Kelina. She was one of the cast who was permanent in whatever we cannot disclose the channel, but she was one of the people who was in a story, and she was a permanent, but not in a leading role.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So her name is Leti Lipiane, but one thing I've realized is that being a fat girl, it's not easy in this industry.
Yeah.
People, they don't see beyond your body.
Yeah.
They think that, oh, she's fat. I know she's not perfect for this role. Unless there's a role. Mama
Sekai.
Mama Sekai, housewife material.
Yeah.
Then that's where you get the role,
The role.
but it's not a leading role.
Yeah.
So I got discouraged along the run.
Yeah.
And also I wanted to have a boutique for plus size.
Yes.
Of which I tried it and I see it's good for me, but I just don't have the guts. But that's the woman I see myself
Yeah.
in it. But definitely we're going to work on it.
So is that how Women in Confidence came about? Seeing how people of a certain shape are being kept out of certain opportunities. Is that how it birthed then you having Women in Confidence? Because you can see that sometimes there's talent, but people cannot see far beyond the physical body. Yeah. So tell me how that also came about, the Women in Confidence. Yeah.
The Women in Confidence, it's the third face of a brand called Africa Rise.
Okay.
Esikolweni ngasemncane bengumntwana osiza abantwana who are coming from disadvantaged background.
Okay.
I was not rich, I was not poor, but I was what you call the middle class. So Africa Rise, it was a project that was sponsored by American from Diocese,
Okay.
where they used to, each and every holiday, a child used to go for camps.
Yeah.
As young as I was, in grade 7, 8, 9, I used to hold a brand like that.
Yeah.
The brand that will actually build confidence within abantwana who are coming from disadvantaged background, because sometimes poverty takes that away from you.
It does.
It rips
Yeah.
you off. It rips your self-esteem. It rips you everything. And then Africa Rise birthed a plus-size Black Diamond SA. That's the brand that actually opened doors for me. Plus-size Black Diamond, it was strictly for plus-size women who are body-shamed, who were abused, who were raped, who cannot speak up.
Yeah.
That was a safe space for Idudla, and we had events where Idudla will feel safe in their swimwear, because
Yes.
now Idudla askonu
Ukugqoka, yes.
swimwear
Yeah.
or lingerie,
Yeah, and feel good, yes.
or wear a short and feel good. So Plus Black Diamond created a safe space for those women who are actually fat. You understand? And people, they thought when you're saying you're fat, you're insulting. No, not knowing that you are actually taking the power
away.
back,
Yeah, you're taking
know,
it away from society.
from
and
the
to yourself.
society
Yeah.
and the body shamers.
Yes.
And then later on, I realized that my brand has grown so big to that extent that I see even women who are small waist are now attending our events.
Oh, nice.
Then that's where it birthed Women in Confidence. Now,
Yes.
it doesn't limit people now.
Yes.
It actually accommodates all women with different body shape and body
Inclusive.
sizes. Now, it also includes women who are living with disability.
Okay.
Women who are living with vitiligo, women who are living with albinism. And that's where that formed a Women in Confidence SA, because I was introducing ama event Pinifa.
Yes.
So that's how.
And that's very big on TikTok. My events are huge.
very huge.
So what I want to know, what really drew me to you and how we met is that you did an event. At the time, I was still working at Luma, and it was so beautiful. And I saw the confidence in women, and I saw how people embraced themselves and people felt free in your space. So I also wanted to know what it takes to have a successful event like that. And I'll tell you why I ask. Durban is not a very conducive environment for events. You get that one person who does events and does it well, but the reception from other people, abazamongena into the market, is not usually very welcome. So how did you, get into that space where you are trying to get your footprint into the Durban market, and how is it going?
Let me just say, if there is one place, or let me just say 3 places in South Africa that are so difficult for us to introduce women empowerment events. We are not talking about events where we are jive or and that's all. Our events are healing events.
Yes.
Polokwane, Durban, Cape Town. Those are the most, even till now, when I'm doing my Pinifa, it's still hard for me to
get.
Imagine Durban.
Yeah. Sibaninganga.
Indawo yamaphinifa.
Indawo yamaphinifa.
But we are still struggling to get in because of white tribalism. When I go to Limpopo, you are not a Pedi. When I go to Durban, you're not a Zulu. When I go to Cape Town, you're not Xhosa. Because why Mosotho? And this is the difficult challenges. But despite that, it's not easy to enter those areas and introduce body positivity, because many women there, their upbringing had made them not to be open. You understand?
They're closed
It has
in.
nothing to do with umzimba, omkhulu or omncane. Those environment, they made women to be ngathi bavalekile bakhona ukuphuma, because when we went to Polokwane with the pool party, you could see that these ladies, they are wearing swimwear, but they are wearing swimwear ngamastofi. I'm like, hello, remove those things. We are here.
That's what we're here for.
We are here
to embrace ourselves.
And then iTheku line market.
Eningi kakhulu.
Eningi market.
Yes.
Just that ukuthi, one thing I've realized about iTheku, it's the industry, it's who's who and who's who, you know. If you are not friends with this certain person,
there's
your
gatekeeping.
Gatekeeping, you know,
Gatekeeping
your
is
events
big.
won't be known.
Yeah.
Into engirealizing iTheku. But nonetheless, when we did that event, I was so shocked to have such a kind of turnout.
Yes.
I never thought ukuthi okay, uyaziwa endaweni ezithize. It gets shocking to see you know, because ukhwele Soweto, ukhwele Okushini, you never thought that you would go
beyond the provinces.
Yes.
and actually be having footprints
that was
in
a
different
successful
places.
event.
Very.
And then iTheku laziwa ngeyidudla Nkosi yami.
Exactly. Like even usithobekile angithi yakhumbula, even in the church, like
Yes.
idudla, it's like a thing, because
Yes.
Zulu people also namaphinifa. I would like to think
Yes.
that market would actually be conducive for events like the ones you have.
We thought like that, Annelisa. Okay, out of all Amapinifa events that we've hosted, KZN will be the biggest. But to our shocking, it's not easy to enter. They even gatekeep the concept. They gatekeep kept it the concept to two brands, beautiful brands. That when I see them in Banama Hotman.
Yeah.
Hotman, they're gatekeeping a small organizers. I wouldn't say, I hate the word small, but I'm trying to make you understand.
Upcoming.
Yes, upcoming, you know, because now nababa cool if they've got the market there. No, yabona umuntu aziwa ukuthi lo muntu lo is promoting a big shoe and then udumeng ama big shoe, and now when they see this size 1 coming to the industry in the same level like a size 8, now they gatekeep.
Yeah.
Now sesibona le event ise kuphi lapha nethengwa, okay, no problem, it's fine.
Yeah.
Let them, because because nake musuthi batlo wena utwakaya.
Yeah.
No, let them keep it. But one thing I'm going to tell you is that the Pinifa event 2026 is about to create a storm.
Shall clock it. I love the confidence in the way you said that. And don't you think maybe collaborating with someone in Durban could maybe bring more success into what you do? Because it's a beautiful initiative, you know, embracing yourself with, you know, whatever can be deemed as a flaw, but giving women that pedestal to say, no matter how you look, according to society, no matter the shame or whatever they present as being a flaw, but own it and do it confidently. So don't you think maybe collaborating with some people, women in Durban, could maybe work, you know, if then the tribalism is an issue, then maybe we can tackle it in that way and get like a Zulu woman to partner up in such an initiative.
Oh, I wish I could go deep in it. But I don't want to talk about it more. But let me just say is that we are on top of actually attending my workshop as a Tegwin.
Okay.
That's where we can be able to be surrounded in the market and know who's who. So each and every time when there's a workshop, I fly down and go to Durban.
Yes.
And it's so nice to get a brand that has grown that to an extent that you can afford a flight.
Yes.
And people that don't know, I'm a hotel at Turakaja.
Yeah, no, I get to the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to a hotel as a Tegwini. Are proper though.
Yes.
We're not talking about
the entry level ones.
Now you know you want a safe space also.
Yes.
You know, when you are in, I mean, like Durban is one of the biggest tourism destinations. So when you go there, you want to explore, and then affording your brand affording that, it's one of the biggest things. That's where you see Guti Brenda Kwese Ikulil. You know, so but iTheku lona sizongena, but I think the way I'm planning it, Mama Workshop, we are going to do good.
No, but well done. I love the way that you've tackled it. I myself met you through an event that was in Durban, and I was thoroughly impressed because of the reception, because of also how much fun the women had. Like, it was such a beautiful space for women to just be themselves, you know? So I'm very proud of you on that. Well done. And then I also wanted to ask, you touched on being a PK, a pastor's kid. How was that like? Because I'm also a PK. I know how the story goes usually, and how the church, your parents being pastors, you get shunned aside sometimes. You don't get prioritized because the church then takes center stage. How was that like for you, being a PK?
To be honest, if I had to remove one thing in my life, it's being a pastor's kid.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's not nice.
Yeah.
It's not nice. I do not know if it's not nice because of the traumas that I experienced. I'm a pastor's child. St. John's.
St. John's, yes.
St. John's Apostolic
yes,
Faith Mission.
Yes, and that's strict, hey? Like he said, Apostolic Faith Mission is strict. Like no shoulders, being out there, no makeup, minimal. I mean, now we've outgrown certain things, but essentially, Gaza, how strict it is.
It is strict. It is strict.
So
but
how was
failed
it?
Us.
It failed you.
Yeah, it failed us big time. I'm not gonna cry. Hey, yazin.
It's a safe space for you to open up. Yeah.
Especially when you are where ubaba, it's not your favorite person, you know. I'm gonna tell you a history yethu ekhaya. So the ministry was given to my grandparents. Gogo couldn't have kids. Gogo had already 4 kids.
Okay.
Fortunately, after that, I think she had asthma and she had a bit of cancer. I'm not sure if
I'm
they're
sorry
gonna watch
about
this.
that. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But that's what I had. And then hey, I hope I'm gonna make it short. And then they were ugogo bekagula ungene St. John cause bekagula
asthma to be healed.
You know, to be healed. Then she was struggling to have kids because now she had 4 kids with whoever, and then now she got into marriage with my grandfather, my biological grandfather.
Yes.
Now having kids was a problem. Kanti umoya.
Yes.
Sharp wangena kanjalo insebenzweni St. John. Then after that, she was prophesied by the leader Umanku ukuthi no, you are going to have kids, you're going to have kids and great grandkids. So we are the generation of prophesied generation.
Yes.
So that's where Ugogo had my dad and then my dad had me.
Yes.
But now I'm a prophesied child from my mother's side as well. So I could say I'm that special kid.
Yes.
And it's so fun that it even went through my child because I found out about him in 9 months getting pregnant. I didn't know I was pregnant.
Well,
Yes. So, okay, now my parents bahlangana esikolweni babancane.
Yes.
So it's high school love. They were high school lovers.
Yes.
Shapu, bathandana, but when I'm hearing ukuthi he was not a perfect partner. Bathandana, and then we are isikhathi kwavela mina.
Okay.
Now I'm trying to make you understand
the background.
ukuthi uze ngithi lesonto leli alinamthetho ukuthi ngisho kanjani. It's a great church, believe me. I can't live without that church. Even if nama ngathi ngiyalahla kanjani. Angikhona ukuphuma kuyo likimi, and then sometimes I get angry ukuthi hey, lo muntu bekangisaphi.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because now let me go back, let me not emosh. Then bathandana and then they got me.
Are you the only child?
No, I'm not I later found out I'm not the only child.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, sharp, no problem. Ba ngavela mina, then wabakhona ubaba for isikhatshana, then he ghosted my mom. I think from sasemncane.
Yeah.
Living in a grade 2 or 3.
So he ghosted, he packed up his bags, he left with no trace.
He just stopped being a dad, he just stopped being a boyfriend, he just stopped everything. Ghosted and come back, masengenze grade 9.
So he left when you were in grade what?
I think he left when even before school. I think if he left a nursery.
And ghosting is an old concept.
Yeah, like my mom was a single parent. My mom got into a depression to the extent I remember I still have a vivid picture. My mom, Kulwam, her dad, was carrying her from the house to the toilet because that time we didn't have a toilet inside the house.
It was outside.
It was outside. Kulwam, I still have the vivid umama ehlezi asesibhedlela. Later
Depression.
on ngifana ukuthi depression, and uthi ngaze ukuthi depression, I found out about it I think 4 years ago. Maseka ixoxa ukuthi mina ngiphethwe depression serious severe because of your dad. Shapho ubaba uyabuya mangenze grade 9, umama ukuze abuyele kubaba, it was because bese ngihlupha. Bese ngihlupha ngithi I want my dad.
Yeah.
Funny enough, masiya ku anti kamama kanti sindlule kithi.
How? And when you are unaware. And you are absolutely unaware.
Okay, sharp, no problem. How? Okay, nangu umuntu ubuya sewumfundisi bathi hey bamtshela ukuthi hamba ubuyele emuva yolanda umfazi wakho nomntwana.
Ulungise ekhaya.
Lungisa.
Yes.
He came back and yo. That is the beginning of trauma.
Of trauma.
Abuya umuntu. Please, he must not be angry when he sees this podcast. I'm saying my story.
Your story.
And
your truth.
My truth. And even though sikhuluma nje right.
Yes.
But I need to tell him
how it made you feel.
Yeah.
How it made you feel, yeah.
Okay, look again, mfethu, how sharp, bashade no mama, fine sharp. Let me tell you, he was not an abuser physically, but he was an abuser emotionally. Let me tell you, ubaba used to attend a 2 kg. Gaiwan, ukuthi rice papa iphuma phakazi.
Uzosibonela?
Yes. Ubaba used to ukuthi makathola imali yekoleka yesonto ahamba agijima aye pen emall ayofaka imali. Ubaba, my mom couldn't access financial zakababa at all, but my mom, her finance
were accessible to
all. Yayibona?
Yeah.
Ukuba mntwana umfundisi akho mnandi.
Yeah.
You could see when your father's cheating.
Yeah.
You could see a side chick.
Yes.
Esontweni. Last come they call my mom
Mfundisi. And you see them praying.
You see them praying.
And you're like, ulo moya lo kanti muphi ngoba I know what you're doing.
I still remember the side chick. They didn't know ukuthi angiyanga emsebenzini. Side chick that time waziwa ukuthi uhambile uyobusisa indlu.
Kanti uzobusiswa yena emzimbeni.
Kanti uyobusa somewhere else. Akusini mama mulele umntana abantu lele.
Unaware.
Uyasebenza uyathunga ubusuku bonke futhi sidle.
Oh my goodness.
Yena uyahamba ke uguy. Ahambe ayenza into ezingekho right. I remember very well ugeli waletha iuniform yakhe yesonto in the morning on Sunday. Mangithi ngachama ngavela mina ekamereni.
And you see that as a child.
Umnikeza uniform yakhe. Kanti awubuyanga kuyobusisa indlu kanti. Kanti ubuya kulogel.
Yo.
You understand?
And you're watching all of this like as a kid.
That time my mom is well known as a person odla imali yakababa in konke nje.
Yes, ngekho right.
Sharp, no problem. My parents kwaliwa on 2017 mama waphuma
from the church.
She was tired.
From the church.
Yes.
So she also saw these things. Yes.
Because now there were now stories from ukuthi hey ungaboni bekazana lo. Lalo. The very same woman esontweni who are actually bathi bamfundisi kumama. But let me tell you.
Bamudla ithenda.
Oh. Bogeli bantu bagqokisa imbatho.
Oh my goodness.
Bangcolile.
Oh, I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
So mama wathi 2017 wathi ngiyaphuma. Ziningi ezenzakala unfortunately I cannot disclose izinto zabantu la kuma podcast but ziningi ezenzakele.
So how did that affect your faith? Because when you're a child,
the divorce affected me.
Affected you. Yeah. How so?
Before I go to the divorce, uba mntana umfundisi akho mnandi especially ku isonto lifana St. John's, because you can't be like a normal child. When I'm ube sesontweni ugqoke igate amabhruku mina wagqoke manje sengiphumile lapha yana. You can't even go out and groove with friends. I remember one time I had a boyfriend baba kaSibusiso. I'm like, hello, I'm having a boyfriend ngimdala. Like I'm over 18 now.
Yes.
I'm having a boyfriend and okay, ungichitha kahle. Back then bekangichitha kahle, not now.
Siyazwana. Engakaqali igeme. Yeah, kusase right.
And ngifika ngabo 9 10 endlini bese sengimdala.
Yes.
Okay, wathi buya lapho uphuma khona. Hawu ngathi sahlala nofani lapha nasithi maybe uzosivulela no nix.
One share emnyango the entire time.
Ubaba used to hate me so much to that extent ukuthi he hated me kakhulu. Yabona ubekangizonde kakhulu bekangizona laba loyana. Nami shem I've got my own issues where I never respected him, but I understand ukuthi bengikwata because he doesn't treat mom well, you know, and I'm just like showing you focus on your family.
Yes.
He was a good person ebantwini, guys.
But
I'm sure even now people when they see this they're going to be shocked to tell them mntana unamanga.
Yeah.
But beka good ngaphandle. He was a loving pastor ngaphandle. You cannot be a pastor and you don't preach
the gospel or don't live the gospel at home. Yes.
You cannot live the gospel outside, but endlini you're failing.
Charity must begin at home.
Fine, mama waphuma. Mama phuma. Let me tell you, that woman had a stigma esontweni. So waphuma wangena enye isonto, umama wabuya ekhala ethi I'm gonna take
their kids. The men, yes, yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna take their men. Mama had that stigma. Mama muhleli ekhaya till this day. Mama magakhonzi uyaya, but
she's bruised.
She's broken.
She's broken and bruised.
The divorce yabazali bami break into pieces. There was a point where I just felt ukuthi now we've got ihlazo lokuthi sibuya like at our home. Now we have to go back to my mom's house, like my mom's home, not house.
Yes.
Gubo, we have to go
yeah.
back Gubo. Guys, it's not nice being a pastor's child.
Yeah, it
you carry a lot. You carry your mother's pain. People, they are not aware. They are being abused.
Emotionally, physically, and otherwise.
Yes, they are being abused. He was not a great husband to my mom, but I can see he's a great husband to the current.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Of which I do not know why.
How and why.
But that also hurts me.
Yeah.
Uguti, you are so good.
You are capable. You are capable.
You know, but to my mom, you were not you were a horrible person.
Yeah.
But to this woman, you're so good. But my mom had to struggle for just a mere 100 rand.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
So people don't know. Uguti, there are bruises when it comes to abantwana befundis. Now you get to be abused also by the congregation.
Yes.
Because now at that time I was in upcoming pool party.
Yes.
I'm a swimwear. I was like the topic each and every week.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a form of bullying. It is a form of hardcore bullying, what you endure at the hands of the congregation.
The is that now these people, instead of fixing the marriage, yabazali, now people are broken. You know, and I think we expect a lot from churches.
Yes.
Ukuthi come pastors hlangana nabafundisi, sit down nale couple.
Lungisani
lana nibone ukuthi kumosheke kuphi. Yabafundisi lutho.
Yeah.
Umama ukhitshwe yilo obelethi uniform.
Imagine khona la yonke lento yenzekala.
Yeah. Uyayibona?
Yeah.
Bamkhipha naye.
Yeah.
Uyayibona? Instead of abafundisi bahlale phansi babona ukuthi yini inkinga la, what happened, ake simkhuza abamkhuza, they enable behavior.
Yeah, they do enable.
You understand that
they do
enable bad behavior. I am not saying St. John akusisonto elinye khona.
Right.
That the church is beautiful. Lemoshwa abantu. Uyayibona? But that is the trauma I have being a pastor's child.
I'm so sorry.
And it's because now as a spiritual person, when you need to have both parents.
Yes.
Let me tell you, the last time I had umsebenzi wam, it was when my parents were still together, and that was before 2017. Even now, I can't do anything. The time I had only mom. It was so sad.
So that's almost 10 years of not having like the ability to perform umsebenzi wakho with both parents.
I can't do anything. Even nomntanami namanje akakabusiswa. Una 7 years akakabusiswa.
Yeah.
Because now mina ngifuna ukuya ekhaya ngibusisa, but I cannot steal the moment away from my mom.
Yes, true.
Because mama akakhona ungiya lapha ya.
Yeah.
Uyayibona?
Traumatized, and it's going to feel like a betrayal as well if when uzohamba uye umama akakwazi ukungena.
Exactly.
Man, I'm so sorry, Newo. I'm so sorry because I asked this question and I didn't know it was going to go this deep. I'm also a pastor's kid by adoption. Obviously we see things happen in the church space and it's not nice. Also the pressure that you are placed under and you're just a normal child like every other. But it's almost like if you must be this perfect being. You mustn't make mistakes. You must live up to a certain thing, and that's why I think because you rebel. The more the pressure is, more you rebel. Ngoba manje, it's like you guys are not seeing me for me. You are seeing me as ingane yamfundisi. You know?
And that on its own, it has created a trauma in my life. Like, a trauma. To the extent ukuthi bengizonda isonto, ne? Bengizonda. But TikTok, because TikTok made me to see beyond ukuthi, as much as I'm so broken, but I need God. Yeah, man. Yeah, because I'm
so sorry,
and then now I have to be strong for my mom. I'm the only child with my mama.
Yes.
Yeah, now he's got other kids.
Yeah.
And then when he found out that unomntwana firstborn, he made it to feel it. Oh, you're no longer the firstborn. There was a firstborn, you know. And
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. And then this person, I'm the only daughter, you know, and why engzonda kangaka obaba, you know, maybe ungzonda, maybe because of something I did. If I did it, ngaxolisa ukuthi if khona into engakuzwisiyo nomhlungu ngicela ungixolele, but ngiyagowisha, you know. And I think seeing my mom so broken like this, and it has into depression, iyahamba, and then when it comes back, because it gets triggered easily.
Yeah, it hits you so hard when
People
it does come back.
People think you heal from depression. No, it becomes...
It's dormant at times. Ingathi iyathula. Mayisivuka.
Once it triggers something, you know, and now it's so hard to leave her side. No, it's so hard to leave her side because I'm thinking, mangahamba la ugel uzobuyele move.
Yeah.
10 step backwards, yeah, man.
The
not
same
5,
scenes,
not 6, not 10, 20.
Yeah.
You know? So being a pastor's child is not nice.
Yeah.
Especially when your parents got divorced.
Yeah.
You know, it's not nice. Kuningi okwenzekile, even nama divorce ama back door, kuningi, you know. And seeing my mom talking about him even till this day, I'm like,
yeah.
And it's just one of the things that I wish she can get someone.
Yeah.
In her age.
Yes.
I wish she can get someone.
Yes.
You know.
Someone who's going to give her a good shot at love.
Yeah. So, out of all the things that happened in my life, this was the most painful. You know.
I can feel your heart is heavy.
Yeah, because
I'm sorry.
But this is...
But how did that affect, now that you're a mother to a beautiful baby boy, he's so handsome, how did that affect you now, coming from this background, divorce, seeing a home that's almost like unstable, rather? How did that affect you now being a mom?
After me and Baba Gasposo broke up, and there was a time where... No, actually, I'm a single mom.
I remember you said, yeah.
But, okay, you know, sometimes he does have that emotional support from Danak. But there was a time whereby I was alone. I hate marriage. I don't want marriage. If it happens that I have to get a person, have your own house, I'll have my own place.
Yeah.
Ukuthi soshada
siphinde sihlukane futhi mase kuyisikhathi ukuthi sihlukane uye kwakho nami ngiye kwami.
Yes, but imshada ngokufuna sis. I don't want to get married. I want to be that kind of a person or single ku home affairs until you nyofa. I don't want marriage and because I realized I've seen a character of being a loving father to being a worse husband. I've seen a good husband
be a bad father,
developing to being a bad husband and a bad father, you know. But okwamanje, our relationship is good. You know, our relationship is good. Last week, it was my first time actually.
Oh my God! No, I'm sorry, my love. I'm sorry, Sandra Sam. Do you want to have some water, my love?
It was his first time telling me go to actor. Like, for the first time, my dad tells me go to actor, and
so many years later. So many years later.
Do you know how that has healed me?
To hear those words from someone, God, you were yearning for that.
You know, it's mama.
Okay.
The reason why I don't use Bongosake is because of this whole thing. I don't even acknowledge Isibongo sakhe. because of this whole thing. But ever since ungitshela ukuthi uyangithanda, like it was his first time last week, engitshela ukuthi I love you, my daughter. Guys, you don't know how this carries.
Yeah.
It's heavy. You don't know how to adjust to this man.
Yeah.
That has created a monster in you. Kind of trauma, it creates a monster in you. You end up not respecting your own parent because there is a monster in you. That thing you would say, I love you, my daughter. It softens your masculine.
Drops your guard.
Yeah, like it makes you now become a child. Now you're no longer protecting your mom. You become a child. And I wanted to tell him how I appreciate that. Uthi ungitshele ukuthi uyangithanda. You know?
He healed parts of you.
Because I had this mentality ukuthi uyangizonda lo muntu, yabona. So ever since it's uyangithanda, I've been so at ease, you know, and I sometimes I just felt ukuthi I'm telling mama ukuthi even if you guys are divorced, how about we create a safe and a peace room? So because if anything happens, game like when I had an accident, my mom had to call my dad, and then now they couldn't come both of them together because now back. So if it happens that there is something worse than this that's gonna happen, it's always a because reality is there. If I die today and what I'm going to do, these are easy.
These are busy. Then
they're gonna take me away from my mom. You know, they're gonna take me away from my mom. Of which that's the reason why I have to create a will or something. Let the mom decide.
Yes.
If it happens, I die today or tomorrow. Let the mom. In the family,
have the rights.
Decide. Okay, they need to listen to this woman because this woman was a single parent.
She raised you.
She raised me. So let her be the one deciding about me. Yeah, understand. So it was so nice to hear him saying, "Go to Yangtanda." It healed a part of me. He doesn't know how that.
It was so deep.
It was so deep.
Yeah. No, I can tell. I can tell. And I think it's so important, baba banaki, abantu besilisa banaki, the impact that they have on us, good or bad. You know, as a girl, your first best friend, your first male companion should be your dad.
True.
That's how then your relationship with other men is affected, whether good or bad. You know, my father, my late father, and I were very close. He regarded me very highly. And because of that, how I relate to men is so different to someone, you know.
True.
So I really, really appreciate that as late as it is, but at least to shilo lawo mazu, you know, and you got to be affirmed, Uguti, no, actually, Nami, I do matter in his life.
True.
No, but thank you for sharing that, Newo. And how's your baby boy doing? In terms of, obviously, you're a single mom now, and you did get a bit health-wise compromised. You did suffer with health issues. How has that been?
Being a mom, it's one of the hardest. Joyful and hardest
at the same time, rewarding and hard.
Usbu nkosi yami umntanami like help me from a lot.
Yeah.
Usbu siso is the reason why ngisaphila. Could have died long time ago. Usbu, we were kahle, we were high school lovers no babaki.
Yes.
Usbu umntwana oyisibusiso in a miracle child. I found out about usibusiso on the 9th month. Because I phela when ipain lekuphethe akusi pain ye labor wena ungathethe et
awuqulekanga, you didn't faint. Yo bebezongibamba phansi.
Phela I'm normal angindawo. So I think the cause of this whole thing amabele amakhulu.
Yes.
So amabele amakhulu sewamakhulu kakhulu.
Yeah.
Remember 2017. Yeah,
during the divorce
2017
of your parents. Yeah.
December. Yeah, September I got an accident. Ismail was a mover.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I was told I cannot have kids.
Oh.
So I mean, okay, so relax again.
Nashaya into zakhona without taking the measures. Yes. Velo relaxile.
Yeah. umuntu engisupport abe supportive.
Yes.
Fine. Sahlukana for iviki. Ngafona mama athi hayi buya sisokhuluma kahle. I-birthday yami ngiyi-24 zakaDisemba uzokhuluma kahle. Hayi ngempela ngathi ngiyomitha.
How lo mama uzokumema for Christmas Eve next time uzobuya noSibusiso.
Hayi ngathi ngiyomitha.
Uzolanda ipresent.
Okay, sharp sisine. After sikhulumile, after a month mina no guy sesiyalwa. Asekho right. Sahlukana. Ngizwa ngithini? Siyahlukana and I met a guy called Sia.
Yes.
Met a guy called Sia and then we tried to do something but ngiyazizwa ukuthi angikho right.
Something off.
Something off ngami. Mama, my time maybe because of Ushawe stroke the time utole
Accident, yes.
So maybe that's the reason why. Angikho right ngaresign emsebenzini. Ngaba umuntu nje wesiphithiphithi nje life yami absent.
Ihlangahlangene.
Yabona ngaresigna. Hawu. Usitukutuku mase kuya isikhathi ngizwa amapeni yawezwa. But I'm keep on telling mama ngathi khona into engiscratchayo la esiswini yangiscratcha.
Ama kicks uSibusiso sefikile ke lapha.
Scratcha khona bogudu. Yabona? Remember, I was told I can't have kids.
Yes.
So nothing in me
is
tells
saying
me
pregnancy.
Pregnancy. Usibusiso kanti a
cryptic pregnancy. Yeah.
Usamachupini lo mntana akekho esibeletheni.
Sure.
When I went there bathi hayi man why singamboni lo mntana lo? But siyabona ukuthi pregnant.
There's activity going on.
Yeah. Singabonakala isisu. Wasa kusona bathi yey.
Na ingane igcwele isisu.
Emergency.
C-section manje.
No, they said mele aphume emachupini. I don't know how. Because at some point when I got to Sibusiso, so they cut something.
Yeah.
Is
it not the fallopian tube? I don't know.
I think maybe
yeah, maybe
it's
the fallopian tube. Mawuthi it.
Huh? Okay, masithi bamkhiphe bamenze so ngesandla.
Bam adjust it.
That's a painful thing ever.
Sure.
Bamkhipha from whatever bamkhipha. Bamisesibelethweni kahle ahlala kahle. Udoctor wathi hayi because uSibusiso sasakude. Let me give you 2 weeks for you to born. That was the first time I hear my son kick.
Yo, usehlala endaweni right manje.
Usehlala endaweni right manje siyakika. Okay, sihlukene no guy. We've been not seeing each other for the whole 9 months.
Yes, because usekhona usiya manje ushango siya manje.
Asasihlukene no guy.
Oh, ushasha wahamba naye uguy ubonile ukuthi hayi la ayazikhiphi.
Okay, sharp ngifone lo babakhe ngithi mfethu bemkhona into evelile la.
Ooh,
pregnant.
Ivelile and uyateta manje.
Ngiyateta anytime soon. Pregnant in 9 months in. Okay, akazamphike what it makes sense why I'm sick.
He was also sick.
I mean, I didn't have the symptoms.
He had them. That also happened to me.
That is the reason why.
No,
that's the reason why sihlukene because I couldn't understand him. Yabona?
Be up and down, he was erratic. Ngoba naye he just had the morning sickness.
Okay, uSibusiso after sesifanathile in masakathi 10th month wavela uSibusiso. And ever since my life has been the best.
Yes.
With him.
Yeah, around in your life.
USibusiso muvelele sebe abazali baba divorced. But one thing I'm going to tell you, he's the most loved grandson.
Yes.
From both the families.
Yes.
uSibusiso uvele enenkinga. I was told ukuthi uzoba nenkinga yomlomo where he's going to have a bad breath because ukakele ngaphakathi. He was in ICU athi I'm sure ama Russian baby lengiwaphuza. I'm sure yile amasavana bengiwaphuza mntana.
Buwavathela and bungazi.
And bengidla amatshe. I was eating
the rocks. Yeah, kuthiwa yini umcako?
Yes. I'm sure maybe affected.
Yes.
Okay, sharp sisi avela umntana is doing good.
Yeah.
But we just found out recently ukuthi umntana is going through mental health. So the breakup yam no babakhe
affected
him and then ubabakhe move on. So I think you wanna ukuthi ezinye izinto ziyahamba
generational. Yes.
What I experienced in my big age now umntana sekabona umama omunye, you know,
the same things you went through.
Forced now to accept this woman.
Yes.
You know, and I'm fighting always. Don't introduce my son to
different women.
It's
going to confuse him.
I know, this one is my girlfriend, I'm telling everything. And then also we were called esikolweni ukuthi mama is not coping. He went on a holiday in September. Then our boy ingekho right after that. Yes. My son was not the same anymore. Spuso is bullying other kids. Nana from being a child or bullied to now being
the actual perpetrator.
Bully now umntanami and he's not coping. Agafocus. Mabafunda ologu ubhekale.
He's distracted.
And at that time, that's where I realized that being a mom is not easy.
It's not easy.
Hey guys, if you've got a child who doesn't concentrate at school, now I'm like trying to understand. Does it have the
ADHD?
Yeah, it doesn't have that kind of an illness. You Google ama symptoms are but I'm in denial. Namanje even till this day,
to be diagnosed.
Ama symptoms are born. Now, in terms of if he happens to be diagnosed with this thing, he needs to change school.
Yeah, and go to a special needs school.
Of which I am so denial about that.
Yeah, and there's fee implications as well in a school like that. It's not easy. It's more expensive than your normal mainstream school.
Because I'm paying 36,000 the school fees. So Leana ikichima. Government, but I don't want government because I want a teacher attention. I'm not trying to go to grade the government. No, it's government song.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But yeah, umtana is into say face right now.
I'm so sorry about that.
And one of my hours is schooling, but I said to myself, for me to not to damage him, because I remember when he was graduating a grade R, Kaila Guta Katolangi trophy, Usulama certificate. So Lana, I just knew he won't get even a certificate. So I don't want to affect his mental health.
Yeah,
I skipped that award ceremony
to protect him. Yeah, and mental health wise.
Yeah.
No, you've been through a lot. I'm actually not even going to carry on with the questions the way that I'd planned, because I feel like I have such deep appreciation for you, how you proceed to carry on with the work that you do after being through everything that you've been through. It's very formidable. It's very commendable. And I want to ask, in doing this women-related events, Women in Confidence, has there ever been a time where you felt like you are proceeding with this movement, but you yourself are not confident enough?
When my first event, my Pinifred was in Edisofeng.
Okay.
I trained this because the event didn't go well. So I had a 2-day show. All in total, we hosted like 5,000 people.
Okay, that's big.
As a first event, the Pinifred. The first day, it was in Nanzaga, August 2024.
Women's Day, yeah.
That event didn't go well as we planned, but the day 2 went well. But negativity overpowers positivity. Was it
at the same venue?
Yes.
So is it just both?
Yes.
So the one that went well and the one that didn't go well? Okay.
Like my face was all over. The very same woman I'm fighting for
were actually out there bullying you.
Yes.
Online.
Attacking me. When you're an event host, you don't deal with alcohol bar. You don't deal with ukudla. The venue does that. But I was slashed.
You were made the face of that.
Yes, I was slashed. People didn't understand what I but unewala angana put. Usibizile endaweni that failed her. Yebo? So angikwatanga nalapho ke guys, I don't want to lie. It was beyond their control as well in the venue.
Yeah.
It was beyond.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, sisingatrenda till this thing satukwa by the very same woman that I'm advocating
that you advocate for.
Yabana depression le ngishaya yale event ngishaya to extent ukuthi yawisa confidence yami. Let me tell you, I worked so hard ukuthi ngenze event. You see, when I was doing all my event on my Penifa, I was not doing because of ngiyafuna ngiyathanda, but I was trying to rebuild the name.
Yes.
The Women in Confidence, because Women in Confidence was known as a bad event host. Masogoya iskati, I hosted another one in Nenzaka August 2025.
Yes, a year later.
That was the big successful event. But let me tell you, instead of me rejoicing, I dropped.
Why was that?
I dropped. ngayenza ama-event ayi-2 or 3 ama-PNF. After that, I never wanted any event ama-PNF. Why must I be advocating and advising women who never understood my side? But I must sit down and listen to your problems. I'm cheating. Wow. But the very same woman couldn't.
They don't have your back.
Have my back while the TikTok was slashing me. For 2 weeks, the girls who I hired, Good Plaza Black Diamond, they were there with my TikTok,
my comments.
I'm gonna send you the videos. They were there, but mina I'm bossy, mina I'm a pimp.
How? And those are huge allegations. Why? So, and yes, I can understand why you were discouraged, because you guys were part of the movement. We were together planning behind the scenes.
Yes.
Now we are here, a public platform. You feel like that's the perfect time for you to turn on me.
So when I was trending for that event, Monabeza,
they were riding the wave.
They were riding the wave.
Yes, they were riding the wave.
My trend is, till this day, I don't have Amanda organize an event, the PNF. But isn't I'm organizing I'm an event, Laban Closing is organizing.
Yes, you went back to.
I went back to the old system.
Yes.
But PNF, it's still hard for me to organize it.
Yeah, there's trauma there.
But let me tell you, that is where my love is. My love is Guma event on my PNF. But I am so broken.
Yeah. It's gonna take time for you to go back.
So ngatrenda kwakhulunywa. Oh, so manje the current boyfriend is a DJ. And kwathiwa I'm paying him ukuthi alale nami.
How labafazi?
Yeah. Kwathiwa mina I'm paying this DJ ukuthi alale nami.
And they knew very well ukuthi you guys you are in a relationship, and guys, I also think that when people want to get to you, they can go very low.
Yes. They
go very low. To actually get people going, to get the trend going. I'm sorry you went through that, Sam.
So it's a situation. I used to have one-on-one sessions with women. Like when I was selling a con.
So my counseling, so
yeah, counseling. I'm in school for a few weeks. I study how to be a depression counselor. I'm a depression counselor in a certificate. But that on its own
it didn't give you a reward.
Didn't give me a reward.
Yeah.
Instead I was bashed. You know, the very same woman that I helped. The very same women who are now famous.
Yeah.
The very same women who are known now. The very same women who are now getting bookings. They are the ones who actually stepped me on my back.
They were at the forefront of you being bullied.
How I want to TikTok.
That's what people do when they want to get people going. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it'd be like that.
So building abba mama, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Hey guys, women empowerment.
Women have issues. Women have a lot of issues. It's for my purple profile pictures. Nini chigi umuntu uyabona is bullying another woman, and then it makes you like you just start to question what's lo muntu understand what we're trying to do in the bigger scheme of things. So I'm so sorry you had to go through that bullying. But as we close off, I just wanted to ask you, having been through all the things that you've been through, I want you to, if we had to remember Newa for anything, what would that one thing be? If we had to remember your legacy and what you stand for, what's that one thing that you really stand for and that you are convicted about?
I always say I am the mayor of plus size. If there is one thing people... they're going to remember me. They're going to remember me as a fighter. I'm looking at my journey. I've always been a fighter. But I want God to give a chance
to rest, yeah.
Yeah, we need to find rest in Christ. But sometimes finding rest in Christ is not easy because battles are rooting finding rest in Christ.
Yeah.
People will know me as a fighter. That one I know. People will know me as a best mom. I've always looked at motherhood. They are not good moms. And you would ask yourself, why are you having so many kids but you're failing only one? So why people will know me as a fighter. People will know me as a best organizer.
Yeah.
I'm very organized. When I look travel, you realize that people are very bad in organizing events.
Yes.
Their focus is not the passion about our events. They only want imali.
Yeah, the profits.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm realizing that not each and every event organizer means well.
Yeah.
They are not passionate about this thing of event organizer. They only want money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So people will know me as a best event organizer. They will also know me as a body positivity activist and social activist. And regarding the Purple Gang, I removed those Purple profile picture as soon as when I saw that lady in Mokgwa said that how can your child be the rapist, but you never helped the lady that go to justice.
Yeah.
And when the very same Wena who was connected that made the case to disappear, you are the one who's organizing a GPV movement. How? And then I just told myself, for what's working in this world, so one thing about me is I fight for each and everything.
Yeah. Neo, thank you so much. The best mom, the best event organizer, body positivist, best. I think also even in terms of being a human, you are such an inspiration. Thank you so much for empowering people. Thank you so much for standing for all that you stand for. It's not easy because you become, the victim of bullying. You become the victim of being bashed. People don't understand the behind the scenes of an event, that sometimes it's not always what it looks like, but you still endure. I hope you find the inspiration to go back to Amapinifa and you make a success of it when the time is right and you feel ready. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, Neo. Please follow her on social media platforms. Do you want to say your handles?
It's just Woman in Confidence. And then Nuguma personal, it's Neo Mascha Maboy.
Thank you so much. And for us, please don't forget to subscribe. We will see you next time we come through with another guest. But from now, from me to you, it's all love. Do not forget to subscribe and make sure that you hit the notification bell. Leave us cute messages. Let's engage in the comment section. I love you guys all so much. Until next time, toodles.
What are you doing? What are you doing?